now, and let's focus in on Lupin, which is the first big Nifty pharma biggie to come out with their Q4 results in the pharma pack, and wasn't really the best one for them. Pankaj caught up with the management to get a better sense of what went by in the quarter and what lies ahead.
Sure. So I think that we actually ended FY18 at a good spot. We actually started. It's been a rough year. I think it's a really tough time for the industry. It was a tough year for Lupin as well. We had competition kicking in on Glumet, Fortimet. We had lots of challenges through the year. We had the warning letter. But I think all said and done, we ended at a good spot. And I think this builds a nice foundation for us to going forward into FY19.
Right. Ma'am, what will be your sense on the pricing pressure in US? I mean, we've seen the worst this year probably. But do you expect incrementally to pricing pressure to come down quite meaningfully?
We expect that the pricing pressure should be lower than the past years. It's been significant in the past couple of years. And we've heard from majority of our peers, both large and mid-size, that companies have really reached their pain point. As you've seen from statements that Teva has made, Mylan has made, other companies, I think the industry is really feeling the pain and have taken actions to either get out of portfolios that don't make sense or work with the customers to try to restore a healthy generic environment for the industry.
Right. What is the sense about regulatory issues at the company? So there are two facilities which slightly have US FDA issues. What's the progress over there? When do you expect clearances?
So we've made significant progress there. I will let Nilesh talk about it. But in the last 7-8 months, we have put significant efforts in both corrective and enhancement plans to resolve the FDA warning letters.
So we got the warning letter in November. We put a plan together end of that month, and I think we've been executing really well against that plan. We've been sending monthly updates to the FDA as well. Basically, end of May, we're hoping to complete all the items that we identified to address to the FDA. We're still going deeper now in terms of what are the bigger enhancements that we can do beyond just the points which were mentioned in the warning letter. I think that was probably going to be the work that we do for the next few months. But hopefully in June, we will send a comprehensive update to the FDA and then seek their input as to what's next.
Right. Ramesh, I would want to ask you about the R&D spend. You know, where do you think R&D spend stands for Indian pharma? How is Lupin committed? Because, now we are getting more and more drugs getting generic very fast, which means that a big company like Lupin will have to invest more into R&D?
So our R&D spends this year were close to about 11.9%. It's actually a little lower than what it was the previous year. But as I've said before, when it comes to R&D spends with companies like ours, it's not about battling uncertainties on science. This is about getting products on time so that we can compete in the market.